Ejimakor, the special counsel to Nnamdi, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has said the Abuja Federal High Court may reinstate the agitator's initial bail. Ejimakor said the judgment by the Abia State High Court may pave the way for the Federal High Court, Abuja, to reinstate Kaun'S bail. Recall that Justice Binta Ejimakor of the Federal High Court in Abuja had in 2017 granted the IPOB leader bail. Shortly after he was granted bail, the soldiers invaded his Afaruku residence in Abia State and killed about 28 persons. Amid the invasion, the IPOB leader had fled the country to Europe, where he continued his agitation for Biafra. But in June 2021, Kaun'S was rearrested, or can I say adopted, in an African country believed to be Kenya, and was repatriated back to Nigeria because Kenya is still insisting Kaun'S was not adopted from their country. In October 2021, Kaun'S, through Ejimakor, initiated a fundamental rights violation suit against the Nigerian government. Ruling on the suit, Justice Anaya described Kaun'S arrest in Kenya, or can I say adopt in Kenya, as illegal and ordered the federal government to pay him 100 billion naira as compensation. And the judge also ordered the government to apologize to Kaun'S. However, Ejimakor said the judgment was significant and has a direct impact on Kaun'S case at the Federal High Court. In a statement he signed, Ejimakor said, "This press release is necessitated by the flurry of public commentaries on the 19th January 2022 judgment of the High Court of Abia State in favor of Mazi Nnamdi. Most of the commentaries have bordered on examining the latent impact the judgment may have beyond the monetary award and the apology. Of particular note is whether the judgment should directly or indirectly impart the presiding notion that Kaun'S had jumped bail in 2017, which was what granted the bench warrant that was used to justify his redemption. In summary, the answer is in the affirmative that this landmark judgment has created new legal opportunities for Mazi Nnamdi, especially as regards in breaching the bench warrant that grandfathered his extraordinary redemption. You will recall that from late 2017, I had maintained a well-publicized stance that Nnamdi never jumped bail, and that he will, in due course of time, prove that it was the Nigerian government that compelled him to flee and seek refuge outside Nigeria. This was the material issue before the court, and it prevailed. In particular, the court held that it is the view of this court that the army set out as pythons to terminate the life of Nnamdi. The military invasion of his home at Afuruku Ibuku is so notorious that this court cannot turn a blind eye to it. It deserves an apology and compensation. Additionally, the court held that Kaun'S has, by credible evidence, proved to the Honorable Court that his fundamental right to dignity of human person and personal liberty was wantonly unjustly violated, and his fundamental right to life threatened brutally by the Federal Republic of Nigeria. In other words, the court impliedly held that Kaun'S never made a voluntary decision to flee Nigeria or to be absent from his trial. To this extent, this judgment has finally destroyed the vested and false notion that Kaun'S had jumped bail back in 2017. Accordingly, the bench warrant upon which his redemption from Kenya was granted has now become impeachable and liable to be vacated, thus paving the way for his previous bail to be restated. Okay, so How will the federal government go about this? Because we know that the federal government, we know that they are good in disobeying court order. So with this now, Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of IPOB, is a win-win for him. You understand? By now, the Nigerian government should be regretting what they did, because how can you be evaluating people's, fundamental rights because you feel that you are the alpha and omega? For goodness sake, this is democratic government. And are we actually practicing it? I don't think so. If you can also recall what happened in Oyo State, is it Ibadan, Sunday Igbo's residents, when the same them, the DSS, invaded his house at the midnight, killed 2 persons, arrested 12. If not that young man, luckily escaped that scene, he would have been killed. And the story would just be like that. This is really very bad. We have laws and regulations guiding us. Are we actually applying them? You are going after agitators, so you want to eliminate them, forgetting about the root of agitation, which is the main issue here. If the federal government can, or at least look into the root of agitations and see if all these things will not end. You understand? As it is now, I believe the federal government should be in a tight corner. They have 100 billion naira to pay to Nnamdi Kanu as compensation. They also have some to pay. Is it 5 billion naira or how much to pay to Sunday Igboho? And this should now tell them, with all these court rulings, this should tell them that they are not doing well. You understand? They are not doing well at all. So guys, I'm going to drop it here. Kindly share your thoughts. What's your take concerning this? Don't forget to give us thumbs up. Thank you very much. Bye for now.